All right, everyone, here we go with mid-December 2022. I don't always do mid-month readings. In fact, I rarely do them. I felt the need with all the energy around in October, November, and here in December to do them because it's good to get sort of a spot check as to where we are riding out toward the rest of the energy of the month. That said, this is an all signs reading. It doesn't matter what your sign is. This is straight up energy reading, and it is for mid-December 2022. We've got a lot of energy that's building up, that has built up and is flowing. I'm not going to go over it all because I have in all the readings I've done, probably going back since 11/11, but definitely the readings I've done here in early December so far will tell the story, including the 12/12, which I just pulled the other day, a couple of days ago. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is technically timeless because you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. Now, I have a pre-shuffle, and a lot of you see this is the Three of Cups. I always say it's the most powerful card of communication in the minor arcana for me, even more so than the Eight of Wands. It's about opening up, right? It's about the flow of water, okay? Flow of emotion. It's got a sun on it here in this deck. It's got birds perched. It's got everything that screams emotional communication. It's actually kind of a celebration energy around it. That said, I said there's a lot of energy here. I hope you all watched the 12/12 reading. I know a lot of people did. Pay attention. So I've got that. Communication, opening up. It's crossed by the Eight of Wands. Or, excuse me, the Eight of Pentacles. Look at me. Eight of Wands. I'm talking, that's how much communication is around this, that Freudian slip. It's like it might as well be an Eight of Wands. I know for a lot of you, the Eight of Wands is your big communication card. That kind of energy is here. But it's crossed by Eight Pentacles. All right? And there's some resistance to it with the Seven of Wands here as the next card. There's some resistance to it. It's a can I or can't I? You know? There's an energy here that's causing someone to want to open up, but there's a can I or can't I sort of energy here. Can I, will I do it? Can I just distract myself? There's some resistance to it, shall we say, with the Seven of Wands, and I'll explain that in a moment. And why is there resistance? Well, the King of Cups. He holds the Ace of Cups, but a little bit afraid of being vulnerable. Doesn't always share everything that's there. But there's an urge to, and I'm going to show you why. Bookending the Three of Cups is the most powerful card I can pull. It's the World. It is an energy that I described in the 12/12 reading to you in 3D terms. This is the environmental energy around this urge to open up. Now, there's some resistance to it, as we said here with these three cards. But the way I describe this type of energy that's happening right now in the 12/12 reading for you in 3D terms was a case of, imagine that this energy here, the World, represents the air around us. And the air is cold. That cold air kind of urges you, pushes you in the direction of putting on a jacket, right? Wanting to get warm, putting on a winter coat or something like that. And that's what's happening to your person. There's a powerful energy, far more powerful than they are, that's really got them in their feels, wanting them to open up. But there's always that a little bit of fear of vulnerability here. How much do I say? What do I say? There's just some resistance here with the Seven of Wands. And a can I or can't I? Am I good enough? Am I going to get the promotion, right? Can I promote myself to this type of communication? But the energy around them, all of the energies that have happened that are leading up to this mid-month reading, that are in play right now, especially with the 12/12 energy in particular about to peak, by the way I feel it, tomorrow on the 14th. There's a strong urge to put a jacket on, and in that analogy, the jacket is speak up, open up a little bit. That King of Cups energy is very strong. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot. This connection, dare I say, opened up things in this person that had been shut down for a long time. Okay, and that's a good thing. You did that. That should, like I've told you, that should build your confidence. That by itself should build. You had that kind of impact on a person. Most people in this world go through their life never impacting anybody, never changing anybody's life. You kind of, not even kind of, you did that. So let's give the deck a shuffle. That's pretty amazing. This is a powerful soulmate cycle. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't, I'll tell you. This is, definitely a deep cycle. I'll give it that. This first card out, I'm shuffling the deck right now, asking the universe to give me mid-December 2022, the soulmate cycle. This first card out is Before the Cut. It's Why the Fuck Are We Here? And it's a very important card for me. It's crossed by our overall energy that I'll pull after the final shuffle. So you can always keep that in mind when I read you the energy around the overall energy of the reading. But first we need to find out why the fuck we're here. Yeah. And I was just about to say it should back up the pre-shuffle, just a little deeper down, right? For the cut, the Fool. We're here. There's this urge. This bird is just, he's ready to leave the nest. He's apprehensive about it, kind of hanging on the edge of the perch, if you will. But there's an urge to go. The birds eventually do leave the nest. It's just something they have to do. It's the air around your person. That World card is very strong. It's cold. When it's cold, you get the feeling I need to put a jacket on. There's some sort of a need to speak up here. Now that those feelings have been opened up, now that the wall's been taken down a little bit, there's an urge to say something. Otherwise, that energy builds. Water needs to flow. Emotion needs to flow, or it becomes toxic. And it has. We've seen that in past readings. It's already that toxic Ace of Cups that's been sitting too long. You've got to say the words. And words left unsaid, feelings left unexpressed, haunt us for our entire life, right? They really do. And I Freudian slipped it earlier. The card after the cut, after the Fool, I said it should back up the pre-shuffle. I Freudian slipped it around the Three of Cups, if you might remember. It's the Eight of Wands. Look at that. Look at that. We got magic happening on the table today. That's unreal. I knew it was here. I read that Three of Cups to you. I said it's a little bit of Eight of Wands energy when I Freudian slipped it. It's after the cut. It is everything I said. It's forward moving. The energy is pushing them toward opening up, pushing that little bird out of the nest. It is. I've said this is the time when those of you, especially for those of you that think you'll never hear from this person, out there long gone. I just watch Steve because he's entertaining. No, you're not just watching me because I'm entertaining. There's something else. If you dig a little deeper, you'll figure it out. There's something else, because you could feel that energy moving forward too. All right? And I'm not trying to give you any kind of false hope. I'm just telling you what's going on. You changed somebody's life. You guys had, the DFs had a huge impact on the DMs. The DMs had an impact on the DF, but only to a point. Only to a point of now I know I never want that shit again. Like that, as soon as you find your self-worth. On the other side, it's a complete change. You saw the World card in the pre-shuffle. I mean, that's when someone's life has changed. That World card, by the way, automatically puts that Fool before the cut on a new level, on a higher vibrational level than just getting kicked back to the Fool on the same level. So again, this whole reading already is magic. It's already cross-checking itself in a big way, including a Freudian slip of mine landing on the fucking table after a random cut. All right, let's give the deck a final shuffle. This is going to be some shit, I'm telling you right now. All right, here we go. Give me the soulmate cycle here in mid-December 2022, universe. Include all, and I mean all, affecting energies. Here we go. Give me a reading. 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 Okay. Reconciliation energy. Overall energy is the Ace of Swords. It's a reconciliation energy. That's all it is. I can talk about truth all I want, Archangel Michael and his sword of truth. It's just a reconciliation energy. That's what it is. It's communication on a high level here. What's fueling this? See? Reconciliation. Balanced energy. What's fueling it? The Temperance card. This fucking reading is unreal. The universe is being literal today. Literal. Because why? Because this is balanced energy. I said this is reconciliation energy. What happens when you reconcile your checkbook? You're balancing your checkbook. You're reconciling your statement. That's what this is. It's balanced. That's why I read this as pure reconciliation energy, because of the Temperance card technically crossing it. This, by the way, as I told you, is crossing the Fool. It's unreal. That bird, by instinct, needs to leave the nest. All right, you don't have in nature, and again, it's about the symbolism on the card. You know, I identify with decks because the energy that reflects off them fits with who I am. Right? Same thing with you. Decks have to fit with who you are. Birds, you don't see any birds in nature where the bird is 7 years old and still hanging out in the nest. Now, I'm not leaving, Mom. I'm going to stay here. It doesn't happen. It really only happens with human beings, to be honest with you, where we're 40 and never left the nest. What's that movie with Matthew McConaughey, Failure to Launch, right? That only happens with human beings. It really does. So that's our overall energy. That's what's fueling it. Underneath it is a hanged man. It's a new perspective, right? Somebody here, again, I need to put a coat on. It looked like he wearing a coat too. I think they grabbed the coat. It's kind of interesting. Let's see what happens here. Our reading's on the flip. This is the energy of your connection with this person. This is the income, or not the incoming energy, the 3D, how they're behaving in the 3D. This is the soul, their soul. I'll tell you, it's red with the energy of your connection, so it's very interesting. Right here's the hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the energy of your connection, and right here's the potential final outcome. I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses are going to be linked for an extended in the description, because this is a very important time. And I highly doubt I will do a mid-month reading in January or February unless it's absolutely necessary, you know. Otherwise, it'll just be like some kind of super random type thing if it needs to happen or something like that. But these last 3 months of 2022 have needed some kind of mid-month sort of booster here. Let's go. What's the energy around the connection right now? Yeah, 9 cups. Keep your eye on the prize is that energy right there. The only thing somebody sees right now is where their 9 cups is. Okay? It's a bit of an eye on the prize energy. 9 cups, emotional fulfillment, emotional contentment. It's also saying that a wish you've had, a wish for this connection to come together, some sort of like star card type energy, right, is coming together. There's a good chance for it anyway. It is minor arcana. All of this is up to somebody's free will. But you've seen the cards up till now, from the pre-shuffle through the cut, through this right here, and the reconciliation energy. You know, it is what it is. These, if you got some kind of super fuck with, yeah, they might not do anything about it. They might not put a coat on, shall we say, even though the air around them is telling them to. But it doesn't matter. Your lesson from this, you're getting this information for a reason. Your lesson from this may be to show you that you're quite a special person. You're someone who can change someone's life, who can tear down a wall that someone had up and rip emotions from them. That's pretty powerful. You're one pretty powerful person, let me tell you that. Very few people have that effect on anyone, believe me. Very self-focused society we live in. It's hard to be an energy reader in it. That's why I'm a bit of a hermit. Right here, 3D energy. How are they behaving in the 3D? So eye on the prize. I like that. We'll see what happens when we clarify. Ace of Pentacles. The very energy of December comes out in the mid-December reading right here in the 3D. It's a long time coming. It is little grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour. It is a solid new beginning. But how they're behaving in the 3D, what's interesting around this card is I'm drawn to the little things around it. Somebody's taking care of business here. Somebody's actually doing something. And I saw that. I saw the 8 of Wands after the cut. That's forward movement. But with the World card and the pre-shuffle, that's not surprising, which is also another little circle kind of thing. Somebody's taking care of some things. Tying up loose ends is what I get when I look at these little things here, which is, you know, slowing things down a little bit, but not much. I tell you, Grandma's almost in the parking lot here. There is this, I can't find the words to tell you how much reconciliation energy is coming off of this Ace of Swords, which is the overall energy of the whole thing. Somebody's reconciling within themselves. Okay, all of these energies are making sense. Remember, that full moon in Gemini energy is still here up till the new moon. And that new moon isn't until the 23rd or so. All right, so all emotions are making sense to these runners right now. And this card kind of backs that up. It does. Okay, soul position. It's bookending the 9 of Cups. Oh, I talked about it. I already mentioned it. I said it was a star energy around the 9 of Cups. Rewind, I did. What is happening? What is this? Maybe I am the warlock on the hill, at least for today. I don't know. But that's unreal. That's the second card in this reading where I felt an energy around it, but it wasn't the card, and then the card I felt came out. And they're actually read together. The star, I mean, yeah, it's everything I already told you. This person is reconciling within themselves, understanding the emotions. I got Archangel Michael and his fucking sword. So Archangel Michael is crossing Archangel Michael's sword. Archangel Michael energy isn't just about truth. It's a frequency of energy. You could put the action figure to it if you want, but it's really just a frequency of energy. It's a frequency of energy that is very healing. Truth is always healing. There's so much healing energy here, it's ridiculous. And that's what the star is basically saying here in the soul position. It's healing. It's healing energy. Eye on the prize for sure. Okay, what's the universe want to tell us? Separate from the reading, but it is read with this Nine of Cups. Wow. Jesus, this is another one of those readings I'm going to save. I swear, this last quarter of the year, I've saved more readings than I ever did. 2021, I think I saved 2 readings. You know, unreal. I've got a whole folder. Oh, fuck my ass. Come on. This is crazy. This is some crazy shit. Come on. Even I don't believe this. The Hierophant. I mean, yeah, it's backing up everything I've already said. I don't need to repeat myself. I will add, however, reconciling within themselves, understanding the emotions, taking care of loose ends on their side in the 3D. But this is more. This is someone here who usually thinks short term is thinking long term. And the moment they do that, they put themselves in an energy where they really feel this connection. Like, want it. Bad. Like if a genie popped up and gave them one wish, their one wish would be this connection. Okay, or something like it. All right? Wow. Okay, that's just a little extra that's around that. Okay. I'm afraid to look. Potential final outcome, read with taking care of loose ends. It's been a long time coming. Solid new beginning. Basically just the energy of December. And this is wild that this is a mid-December reading. And the energy of December, which I talked about in a December blog article and all that, showed up in the center of my reading. We're in the center of the month. The center of the month showed, and the month shows up in the center of the reading. Potential final outcome. Oh my fucking God. Okay, I took a peek. I won't lie to you. This is communication. It is, and if they don't, just like if they don't put a coat on when it's cold, a coat on when it's cold, they're going to get sick. I mean, they're gonna come crashing down. I got Archangel Michael. Oh, it's a tower. I'm sorry. It's fucking huge. I mean, this is a huge fucking, this is huge. This is bigger than I thought it would be. I only ate, I'll show you. I didn't think this was going to be a big deal reading. I only ate half my banana over here. And I said, fuck it, I'm just going to hit the record button. I'll be able to blow through this. This energy surprises me. And that's what this energy is. It's a bit of surprise. This, on the flip of the energy, this is your reaction to somebody showing up. And I said, rewind, at the beginning of this reading, I said, you're not just watching me because I'm entertaining. Because my person's never coming in, they're long gone. But I like watching Steve. You're here for a much bigger purpose than that. Okay, you can feel this energy. Even someone who feels that I don't feel energy, I don't believe in energy, this energy is there. Okay, whether you believe in it or not, this energy is there. These runners through this, going back probably as far as 1010 portal, probably Pluto going direct, which was just before that. These runners have gone through some massive changes. They've tried to resist it. They've tried to run from it. It's just not possible. This is, with the 12-12 happening right now, which is part of the energy around this, it just results in somebody's taking, it's read with this. I said I was drawn to these things around the side. Somebody's taking care of business, taking care of their details, some tying up loose ends on their side, so they could build on a solid foundation. Both of these cards are about building on solid foundations. This is a solid new beginning. Somebody needs to tie up loose ends in the 3D. And this is a total teardown. Okay? I said if they had one wish, they'd wish for this. They'd wish for this connection. And I can't emphasize enough before we move to the clarifiers. Archangel Michael and his fucking sword are the overall energy of this. And it is a reconciliation energy on crack. They're reconciling within themselves And this is also communication. There's a reconciliation between you and this person. Plus, it may end up as direct communication for most of you. But for some of you, it'll end up as someone, each side, you and them, probably separately, finally understanding what this was all for. And that's a very important thing either way. You know, it really, the end result here is about the lesson. That's really what it's all for. So you can grow your vibration, raise your vibration, and attract better things. But for a lot of you, this person's showing up, I won't lie to you, very soon. You may run into, actually, I should say that around this tower, energy is always in layers. One of the lower layers of this tower, for a few of you, you actually just run into this person. Now, that doesn't necessarily, don't come at me and go, well, I'm here and they're 6,000 miles away. You can run into somebody online too, okay? It's a sudden, you know, somebody could just show up on something or whatever, or you see their post come by in your feed or something. I mean, I have no idea. But for some of you, this is quite surprising. Now, we're going to clarify with the Light Seer deck. Let's go. Tell me about the, Jesus, unreal. I'm going to take a screen grab of that later. Nine of Cups, why is it here? Oh, wow. I only ate half a banana. God, I should have eaten the whole banana. I'm not going to eat on video. I'm not going to stick my banana here. I'm not going to put my banana on camera. Ha! All right, here we go. Nine of Cups. Why is it here? Tell me about the energy of this connection. Tell me about this Nine of Cups. Jesus. Okay. Man, these cards want to talk. Oh, fuck yeah. What did I say? Read the fuck wind. I said, eye on the prize the moment it hit the table. Six of Wands, victory. It's eye on the fucking prize. It's just an energy. It's like it's cold outside and the universe is their mother and it's screaming out the door, put a coat on, you fuckwit. Right? It's like that. It's just, they get it. And it's in no small part because of 12-12 energy. Pay attention to that reading. But also pay attention to the full moon in Gemini reading. We're still in that energy. And this person's normally someone, your person might be very smart in intelligence, right? Maybe, I don't know. But their emotional intelligence, their EQ is quite low, okay? Normally. In this energy, they are an EQ genius. And they are really, really understanding this energy. And it's making them act. It's causing forward movement. All right, what's on top? Jesus. The Magician. Huge transformation. I mean, I talked about a genie earlier, right? I mean, that's kind of, I mean, it's not even much of a stretch, really. You know, but that's not what that is. It's an energy of transformation, lead into gold. It's an alchemy energy coming off of that. It's also a card of action. I just got done saying they're taking action. And I pulled a Magician. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. I think today and today only, I'm the warlock on the hill. Because there's no other explanation for what's happened in this reading. I can only imagine what the extended's going to be like. Jesus Christ. All right. I'll finish my banana for that one. Magician, why is it here? The Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's again, she holds this sword. You see this sword she got? It's right here. It's the overall energy. It's an energy that tells me with the Magician, it's someone who realizes they've done enough thinking. They've done enough worrying. They've done enough contemplating. She's about to get into action. In fact, she was barefoot originally, then she put her fancy sandals on, ready to stand up and ready to go. You know, time to go. I've sat and pondered at the coast long enough. It's, you know, again, this is something that's been on their mind a lot. It's been very heavy on their mind, your connection. Someone now sees why it's important, sees the victory in it, if you will. And this also is victory after a long battle energy for those of you who think, well, you know, my person's never going to this or never going to that. Victory after a long battle energy is somebody riding back into town after everyone's already had a funeral for them. Thought they were long gone. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about these loose ends. What's going on here? Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Might as well take advantage of this warlock on the hill energy while it's here. Fuck. Man, if I'd have known, I'd have finished my breakfast. All right. The Ace of Pentacles. This energy, that's proof though. This energy is a little deceptive. Be careful. It's one of those things where it seems light. It seems like it's no big deal. The energy, you know, everybody, but it's got a lot of power behind it. It does. It's like Herbie the Super Beetle. Remember that? Yeah, there's a Volkswagen movies and things like that. It's like you get in this car and you think it's just some shit little Super Beetle or something like that, and it's got like 900 horsepower and it takes off down the road and goes. The energy is a little bit deceptive on the surface. It's more powerful underneath. It's probably because of, it's no small part because of the current, the flow coming off of the 1212, which I described as a stick of dynamite this year. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Why is the Ace? Okay, all right. Oh, yeah, taking care of loose ends, I said, right? Didn't I say that? Yeah, that's what she's doing. It's the Eight of Cups crossing it. Yeah. Taking care, walking away from 8 broken cups towards what? 9 cups, right? Where have we seen 9 cups before? Oh, I don't know. Some motherfucking position like this, I think. The energy of your connection. That's where your person's heading. Toward the connection. And again, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. Some of your runners are real super fuckwits. They may just be heading towards something that reminds them of your connection. Either way, have some gratitude for the fact that you changed someone's life. It's extremely important. Gratitude energy is powerful. It's rewarded by the universe. You'll get someone better. All right? You'll get a replacement. And that's especially true if you watched my Q1 reading of 2022, or 2023, I should say, where we had the flock of geese in the air. Right? We were talking about that. 8 cups. So yeah, they're taking care of some loose ends so they can walk toward their 9 cups. Fine. What's on top? Again, it's a reconciliation. I have to show you the visual. Reconciliation energy, but also a little bit within themselves. This is a balanced emperor. This is someone who gets it. All right? The divine masculine gets it. And he also is an energy that takes care of business. Okay? And ties up loose ends. Why is the emperor here? Yeah, the Page of Wands. This is all in the 3D. It's just someone taking care of loose ends, whatever that means to you. It might be having a talk with someone they're in a relationship with, so they can leave, so they can get out, or just so they can talk to you and tell you how they feel. Maybe they're married to somebody who doesn't want them talking to you, and you got to sit them down and say, "Look, I have these feelings. I just want to talk to them and tell them." Blah blah. You know, I don't know. The same frequency of energy plays out differently in different situations, and there's 20,000 people watching this video. What do you want me to do? You know, I know what the frequency of energy is, so I boil it down to the least common denominator. It's somebody tying up loose ends on their side so they can go toward their 9 cups. So they can start something new. It's my party girl, but it's also my explorer page. It's that kind of energy. Somebody here is very clear, knows you're the 9 cups. I know that because of the Queen of Cups or Queen of Swords on top of it. They don't want you to get away. I'm drawn to her chucking the spear. And I know it's a wand, but I call it a spear because it hits you in the back before you can get away. Somebody here definitely wants to talk to you or wants to express some emotions. We saw it as far back as the pre-shuffle with the 3 of Cups. And there's some apprehension. Of course there is. It's nervous. It's scary. Once they understand where they went wrong here, there is always that prevailing energy if someone feels stupid. How could I have been so stupid? You know? How could I have put up that wall? How could I have cost myself happiness? It's that Talking Heads song from the 80s I quote all the time. This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful life. You know, letting the days go by, water flowing, blah, 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 you know. Same as it ever was, kind of shit like that. You know, this person was shut down. You opened them up like a Schlitz can at a redneck barbecue, let me tell you. Star card here. This is someone who's very opened up. This could be a reading you pull on me. Okay? Someone like me. I share my emotions. I'm not closed off at all. I mean, I'm looking at a table here, and you. You know, I mean, they're on your level. And I've said that in recent readings. We got, I don't remember which reading it was. It may have been the full moon reading because I keep referencing that here, where we had an Empress in their soul position. And I said, you basically got the Empress coming towards you. You've got someone who understands the emotions on the level of the DF. And this is getting backed up here. But now we have forward movement added to it. There's no blockages. Let's pull on the star here. Let's talk about the star card. And I'm glad it's not the nudie one. I got 2 decks with nudie star cards. I'm glad it's not the nudie one. I wouldn't want YouTube's community guidelines to put me 18 plus porn, label me as that. Jesus Christ. It's getting crazy out there, which happened on a recent 3 quick card, by the way. Some of you know that because you tried to watch the video and made you put in all kinds of data to prove you were over 18. Why? Because a star card landed on the table. That's why. Good Lord. Good Lord. This is what happens when we let automated systems make decisions. That's why the drone program is going to be a real problem one day. It's what Hawking warned about before he died. Let's not rely on machines too much, people. They're not humans. There's no emotional element to it. You got to be careful. All right. You think I'm kidding? It starts small. Everything starts small and then it grows. All right. Why is the star card here? Why is the star card here? Okay. 4 of Wands. My God. I mean, it is just, they get it. They get the emotions. I mean, the star card says that there anyway. Something that's been a long time coming. It's caused by the 4 of Wands. Somebody here wants to be happy. Can I just phrase it like that? What's on top? 8 of Cups. The very card that was crossing here in the 3D is also in the soul. So they're taking care of business, tying up loose ends in the soul as well, so that they can be happy. It means that whatever's going on here in the 3D is beginning from the soul and is bleeding out into the 3D. It's all a good sign. It's all a good sign. And this is ideal. This is one of the best times ever to get a chance to actually get something real out of this energy, whoever this energy belongs to. Why is the 8 of Cups here? That's why. There it is. It had to show up somewhere. Kurt Cobain in pain, or Peppermint Patty, whoever you identify with. It is the all-powerful. We've been talking about this. The 3 of Swords has become all-powerful. It is all-powerful when it's in the soul. It's why they're making all the moves. It's the main card that ends the separation phase of these soulmate cycles. Why? Because once you feel this, you want to stop feeling it. It's like when you have a headache, you want to take an Advil or something, right? Well, this is the Advil, the 8 of Cups. Which is tied to this, everything I talked about over here in the 3D. Again, it's that little bit of shame when someone under this energy, which has a lot of the full moon and Gemini energy still with us, where, again, if you watch that reading, you know they understand the emotions. This person's emotional EQ is now genius. And they're really, really, really understanding the emotions. And it hurts. This is heavy. This has become all-powerful, and it's time to do something about it. This whole top section is a good sign. It is really good. I won't sugarcoat it because I still think some of you got super fuckwits who will ignore all of this. You want to know what happens if they do? It's a combination of 2 energies. That's what happens if they do. Okay, so it's up to them. Just like if you don't put a coat on when it's cold, you know what happens? You probably get sick. That's what happens. You get some kind of bronchial issue or something along those lines. All right? It is what it is. They have free will, but the vast majority of them, I feel the energy off of this. I feel Kurt there, okay, and I know it's hard to overcome that. But this 8 of Cups it is minor arcana. You know, it is up to their free will, and I have to say that. I have to. But I can just tell you what the energy is. Just like a weatherman can just tell you it's going to rain today. It's up to you whether you put a raincoat on or not. You can ignore the son of a bitch if you want to. Doesn't matter. But it is what it is. This is okay. Tell me about the Hierophant universe. What is this? This person is spiritually awake. They're seeing when they were shut down emotionally, they were seeing very short-sightedness. We're not seeing any 5 of Swords here. 5 of Swords would be false victory, short-sightedness, right? No, I'm not seeing that. And that's why I have that worry in the pre-shuffle. Can I open up, right? that Three of Cups crossed by the Eight of Pentacles. Am I good enough to open up? That's why there was so much worry there. But there's worry there because they're afraid to be vulnerable, but they are seeing the long term. There is a very strong energy of that there, and it's red with that Nine of Cups. And I've got twice the Eight of Cups indicating someone taking care of things, tying up loose ends, and going toward the Nine Cups. Why's the Hierophant here? Come on, you got to be shuffling and shuffling and shuffling for a Hierophant. Yeah. Like I said, we don't see any Five of Swords here. It's the Ace of Swords. It's the very energy, the overall energy of our reading is in the message from the universe, the affecting energy. It's basically the universe's way of saying, just pay attention to the reading. You got it right. Okay? It's if I were here by myself pulling an offline reading, this would be the universe telling me, yep, you got it right. Okay, I got it right. I know I do. I've been doing this since I was a little kid, reading energy. I know this energy well, and I know it's hard to explain, but once someone rationalizes their feelings and realizes that and understands the emotions and realizes that they've been selling themselves short, there is a lot of shame around this. I don't have a card that backs that up yet, but I don't need one. It's just natural to be feeling that way. They are trying to control their emotions a little bit, kind of doing things in almost a Mr. Spock kind of way. Mr. or Mrs. Spock. There's a little bit of that around the Emperor. What's on top here? But the Ace of Swords crossing this again. They're seeing the long term. This is projecting outward, right? It's something they figured out, and it's projecting outward. Long range. That looks like, I know it cuts off because there's no more card there, but that looks like it'd go a long way, don't it? It looks like one of those laser beams you could shine on the moon, you know, from here on Earth, kind of a thing. What's on top? So I'm right. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. Again, someone here is this is red with this. This card transforms everything. You go talk to the Pope, you get transformed. This card used to be called the Pope. I'm not singling out anybody's religion. I'm just saying, you go talk to the Hierophant, you get transformed. Okay? Whoever your Hierophant is, your guru, whatever. Seven of Swords is getting transformed. All their bullshit. They're being forced to see it. They get it now. We have to take into consideration the Ace of Swords, Archangel Michael's sword of truth. Truth is healing. They realize, and I've already said it, they've realized where they fucked up here. Okay? They realize they've been short-sighted, and this card is also red with the Magician, which is an energy of transformation, lead into gold. So this Seven of Swords is getting transformed. Why? Look at that. Look at this. I can't make this shit up. I mean, I'm not even pulling this reading. I think the universe itself is here, pulling this fucking reading. There's no other explanation for what's happening here. I mean, the odds of a card coming out are the same. It's not like one card weighs more than the other. And I ain't Penn and Teller. I'm not playing any card tricks here. Why is this Seven of Swords transformed? It's the soul. It's the Hermit. It's the old soul. It's awake. It's somebody, again, it ties a lot. I'm going to say it. There's some sort of portal between the soul and I'm just kind of riffing here a little bit. Usually this person's soul is blocked. Their brain shuts it down. But under sort of the 12-12 energies blending with the full moon in Gemini, there's some sort of detour that's been built that allows all of the energy from the soul to reach the brain and bypass all of your person's bullshit. The bullshit centers of the brain. Completely bypassed. It's like a jumper wire causing something to happen, right? It's a bit like that. It's almost like the universe hacked into your person. Hacked into this so that they could finally see the light a little bit. No pun intended. No pun intended. It's the only way I can describe it. It's very similar to the way a thief might circumvent an alarm system. They take one wire from the alarm system and jumper to another wire so it bypasses. Your person's bullshit centers are getting bypassed here. And it's causing massive transformation. It might even cause a breakup on their side. That's one of the energies around the tower. An official breakup. I imagine they've broken up many times over the last year and a half. I've seen it many times in the reading. But there's a difference between somebody sleeping on the couch or staying at their sister's house and somebody packing the bags and say, you know, this just isn't going to work, kind of a thing. This is sort of a this just isn't going to work energy, because somebody here really seeing the 8 broken cups. All right, let's go. Tower, final outcome. In the final outcome, the universe gave us a tower. Okay, I don't even know what to title this reading. I have no idea. I don't. I'll figure it out. Maybe I should just call it the mid-December 2022, and then I put the title, I didn't get to finish my banana, all right, or something along those lines. I don't know. Let's see here, the tower. Why is it here? Yeah. Page of Cups. There's a little bit of that nervousness and shame. It's just somebody is showing up here, okay? Energetically speaking. That's all I can tell you. It's communication there, and it's just what this person's figured out on their side, which is because of you. Keep that in mind. You get rewarded for that. And that should give you some serious self-worth. It really should. You've had that kind of an effect on person. The person who ran from you, and for some of you made you feel bad about yourself. Well, maybe I'm ugly, or maybe I'm this, or maybe I'm that, or maybe I'm not, you know, am I not worth it? Maybe I didn't kiss right. I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is you told yourself to lower your self-worth. I have no idea. But you were wrong. I mean, you had a massive impact on this person. So you need to hangman flip that perspective as well. It's communication. It's an energy of nervousness. That's what I get. That's the easiest way I can describe it. What's on top? Yeah, the 4 of Wands again, which ties us back to the soul, because it was crossing the soul. Yeah. And what did I do earlier? Do you remember what I did earlier when I was here? And I said, what happens if they don't come in? Well, it boils down to 2 energies they end up in, and I grab these 2. One from the soul and one from the final outcome. Right? If they don't come back in, that's on them. And this card here comes out and ties us back to the soul. Ties us to, because it was the crossing energy. So again, Warlock on the fucking hill today. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm on fire. Okay. Yeah, they're showing up. They're showing up to get something that they didn't want before. I get this energy now. Showing up to get something that they didn't want to get before. It's an energy of, can we try again? And someone's actually going to explain to you, I think, for the ones that show up, they're going to explain their reasoning for why they blew you off, or why they couldn't be together, or why they stayed with somebody or something. Why? Because they really understand it. Again, their bullshit centers are getting bypassed here. We're completely bypassing them. I've got the Queen. Look at the 4 cards here. Just show you the energy. I've got the Queen of Truth, right? Queen of Swords, can't unknow the truth she gives. I've got the Magician, transformation, and I've got the Hermit, the soul awake. And I've got this card over here. On top of a Hierophant, the 7 of Swords. It's completely bypassed. These 3 energies are way too strong. These 3 people don't give a shit about this guy is even there. They don't care. Not even going to bat an eyelash at that energy. Somebody coming in. Why is the 4 of Wands here? I believe it. 8 Swords. There's a lot of, I felt it around this. There's a lot of anxiety about this. Okay? Somebody here, they're coming in because I said earlier, they're all, with the Queen of Swords, I said they're all done thinking about this. Right? I said she was barefoot, then she put her sandals on, she's getting ready to leave. All done thinking, knows exactly what she needs to do, because she holds the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is our overall energy. And this card is here. I said, why is the Magician here? Why all of a sudden is there action and transformation? Because she's done thinking. Somebody here, because when the soul's awake, it doesn't think about emotions. Somebody here is not thinking about emotions, because I ask, why is the 4 of Wands here? Why are we having this new beginning? Why does someone show up and want to try again? Because they've overthought this to death, because they put down the fear. Right? We're having this new beginning because somebody here has realized that they've been overthinking this. These cards are saying the same thing that these 2 are saying. They're saying the exact thing. And also, this is read with the Page of Wands. I've got someone who is not, again, they don't want you to get away. Chuck of the Spear a little bit, my adventurer page. Somebody here is taking control. I said that about this emperor. There's some sort of taking control of the situation, taking care of business. And they really are. They've shut down a lot of this. This energy isn't reversed, but it's kind of cockeyed because of how it fell. It falls on top of a tower. This person's been overthinking. And that's, again, I said this draws, this Four of Wands, which was crossing here, draws us back to the soul energy, right? The soul position. The overthinking is what's caused this Three of Swords to become all powerful. When we try to think about emotions, we screw ourselves, right? And I've said it before. I said thinking about emotions and not letting the Three of Swords energy flow through the soul, which your person's doing because it came out in the soul. But when you think about a Three of Swords, that's when you do stupid shit. That's when you feel bad about yourself. That's when you take back the cheater time after time after time. That's thinking about Three Swords. If you actually allow yourself to feel it, you realize that there's 8 broken cups and there's probably something better for you. And you don't stay in bad situations. That's one of the DF's lessons. I'm telling you that. You're probably meant to hear that. It's important to understand that. So this is a hell of a reading, my God. So yeah, somebody's probably showing up. Okay, I say probably because that's what the energy is doing. But I already said I can't predict free will. Let's give the deck a shuffle. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Give me 3 cards from the bottom, universe. And maybe a crossing card. What do you want to tell everyone before I go pull some wicked voodoo? I'm going to pull on the 3 swords. I'm going to pull on the soul position. I'm going to pull on this emperor. I'm going to pull on this tower. I'm going to pull on all of it. I'm going to find out what's going on their side because something's going on with these loose ends. And I'm going to see how this energy affects you. And I'm going to see a timeline. You know, usual hour-long extended. And we'll go pretty deep. I think we'll be able to. I definitely want to go deep into this. All right, let's see. Give me 3 cards. What else you want to tell everybody before I go pull some wicked? Oh, yeah. Okay. The Empress. The 3 of Pentacles, which was a very important card in the 12-12 reading, as I recall. The 2 of Pentacles. And Justice, also a very important card in the 12-12 reading, as I recall, at least maybe in the extended, as far as I remember. Justice crossing the 3 of Pentacles. Or was it that? Or was it the Q1 reading that ended with Justice? I think Q1 reading ended with Justice. Well, that still applies because that's here now too. I told you the Q1 reading for 2023 began on 12-12 because that's, you know, technically when the activation of the energetic new year happens. So that said, it's already 2023 technically, energetically. Somebody here is in the Empress energy. It's what I told you. I don't remember what reading it was. It may have been the full moon reading. Whatever reading had them with an Empress, I think where this 8 of Cups is in their soul position. This person understands their emotions. And where they haven't been able to make a decision before, they will now. Because these 2 are read together and the Empress knows what they want. They go after that 9 of Cups. This Empress energy is why this 8 of Cups has been here twice. It's why it's been here with someone walking toward their 9 Cups. Again, a decision's been made here. Some justice is coming. Somebody wants to build, and this is similar energy to what I saw with that Page of Cups crossing that tower here in the final outcome. Somebody wants to build on a solid foundation. Somebody wants something with you. Somebody knows your value. Somebody feels it. They know what you've done. And they want to kind of build something with you. Underneath that is a Page of Swords. They're very disappointed in themselves. The Divine Timing, the 7 of Pentacles, and there's the 2 of Wands. Somebody's letting go of something. Somebody's been giving this a lot of thought. I mean, the most important energy here, really, I know the Justice is powerful, and it's great that you're getting justice and maybe building things on solid foundations. But this right here tells me someone who's been wishy-washy on this is not. And it's very interesting to see. You may have a conversation. It's like the Empress talking to the Empress. It might surprise you. And why do I say that? Because our final outcome is a tower, and it's always a surprise. Lightning strikes when you least expect it. All right? It's always a little surprising when it happens. All right? Even if it's a rainy day and you're holding a golf club up in the air in the middle of a golf course, it's still, and lightning strikes you, while you shouldn't be surprised, it's still a little bit surprising. Because there's still some odds that it won't. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo on this. Mostly, I really want to see, on the soap opera side of things, what the hell's going on their side? What are these loose ends they're taking care of here? That should be interesting. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Definitely divinely guided reading, no doubt about it, by the way the cards fell. And what happened here blew my mind. All right. I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo. If you want the extended, the link is in the description. Good luck.